Hello class, welcome back. So, what we were doing in the last class was the chapter Cobb and the Anthem, your literature, page number 111. So, let us continue. Where we had stopped in the last class was regarding the dream of Soapy. What was the dream of Soapy? Was to just to spend 3 months of his winter, when it's a high frozen winter season. So, that time as he has no shelter, no, so he was just wishing to have a stay on Blackwell's Island where there was a jail, and that was the only dream he was longing for. Okay. So then what happened? Soapy, having decided to go to the island, at once set about the accomplishing his desire. So he has already stepped forward to reach Blackwell's Island. That was his desire. Okay. There were so many easy ways of doing this. The pleasantest was to dine luxuriously at some expensive restaurant. So that means simply a person cannot be taken to prison. You have to commit a kind of some kind of crime. So then only you will be taken by the cop, right? So that there were so many plans that were going inside the head of Soapy, so that he can be caught by the cop and will be taken to the Blackwell's Island. Okay, the first one was to dine in a luxurious restaurant, where what happens, he keeps on eating and eating, and the end what happens, he is found penniless. So what happened, they will be calling the cop and he will be taken to the prison. So first option for him to get to Blackwell's Island was that. Okay, and after declaring insolvency. So insolvency means a person when failed to get money, understood. So that time the person will be definitely charged by the owner of the restaurant. So then what happened? After declaring insolvency, be handed over quietly and without uproar to a policeman, and he said that I will, without any argument, I would definitely hand it over myself to the policeman. I will not give any kind of explanation. Okay, because he wants that. No? So an accommodating magistrate would do the rest. So the one who will look after will what he will do, no, he will be decided by him. So Soapy left his bench and strolled out of the square and across the level sea of the asphalt, where Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Up Broadway he turned and halted at a glittering cafe, where and gathered together nightly the choicest products of the grape and the silkworm and protoplasm. So he has already set up, I said, he now reaches to an expensive good quality wine. He looks for that. Okay, now he has almost reached to the restaurant, and with a wonderful silk clothes and upper class people was seen together. That means he has decided that he will get the most expensive things, understood, food that he will be ordering to, and the waiter will definitely never ask for money before eating, right? So they will keep on giving him and he will keep on eating, and at the end what will happen is the same thing, insolvency. He will consider to be an insolvent. Okay, so then what happens? Soapy had confidence in himself from the lowest button of his waist upward. He was shaven and his coat was decent and his neat black. That means the dress that he has worn was also not of a sophisticated kind of dress he wears. Okay, and then the restaurant also allows him to enter also, ready tied, four in hand, and being presented to him by a lady missionary of Thanksgiving Day. There was a lady that was kept in the doorway. Okay, so she is also wishing him a very good day, and he enters the restaurant. So if he could reach a table in the restaurant, unsuspected success would be his. This is the only plan, he is to reach the table, understood, so that he can sit there and can keep on ordering. At the end he would consider not to have a money. So the portion of him that would show above the table would raise no doubt in the waiter's mind. The total would be of no high as to call forth any supreme manifestation of revenge from the cafe management, and that bill would be raising that high that they will not consider it to be a sympathizing kind of act, will definitely call the cop. Okay, then the process of him handling towards the cop will take place. and yet the meat would leave him filled and happy for the journey to his winter refuge. And now he has already eaten also. His stomach is full, and now he would go and rest in the Blackwell's Island. That was the strategy that was going inside his mind. Okay. So, but for Soapy said food inside the restaurant door. The head waiter's eye fell upon his frayed trousers and decadent shoes. Strong and ready hands turned him about and conveyed him in silence and haste to the sidewalk. Now what happened? All of a sudden, when he was just standing, one of the waiters sees that his shoes are torn as well as his pants are all frayed. Understood? Which means that it is like little bit off color. Okay, that means frayed. The color is worn out. So that somebody observes, a waiter observes, and he is just coming nearby to him and just pushes him outside. Please you go, because this is a very posh restaurant. It's a very expensive one. Understood? So everybody cannot enter it. So you please move. That means what happened? His plan failed because he was not let to order anything. So Soapy turned off Broadway. It seemed that his route to be coveted island was to be an Epicurean one. Epicurean means just in a dream. Understood? Devoted to enjoyment. He said, my plan is just for enjoyment. So, but I couldn't do that also. So again, his first plan, his first attempt to reach Blackwell's fails. Okay. So, some other way of entering limbo must be thought of. Limbo means that mythology, for him it is like attaining heaven. Understood? He addresses Blackwell's Island to reach that jail into different names, and that is, I said, the one who is very much very lucky enough will only reach that jail. So, according to him. So, that is his thought. Okay. Then what happens? Now Soapy or at a corner of 6th Avenue, electric lights and cunningly displayed wares behind plate glass made a shop window conspicuous. Soapy took a cobblestone and dashed it through the glass. Now next attempt, what he saw, he now reaches up near to a very big showroom. Understood? It had very good plate glass and all, very expensive one. The window was showing, and now what he did? He just picked up one big stone and he throws in that glass window. Understood? So what happened? People came around running a corner, policeman in the lead. There was a policeman that was heading towards Soapy. Okay. Now Soapy stood still with his hands in his pocket and smiled at the sight of brass buttons. And what he is very much happy when the policeman is coming, he is very happy. Now he understood that the policeman will come and definitely catch him. Okay. Where's the man that's done that? Inquired the police excitedly. But here, instead of coming and catching him, the policeman is coming and asking, where is that man who has hit the stone in this glass window? Who is that man? See, it's asking to Soapy himself. Okay, don't you figure out that I might have done something to do with it? Said Soapy. Not without sarcasm, but friendly, as one greets good fortune. He is saying, now you can see in the picture itself, the cop is coming and asking him, and he is saying, what do you think? I am standing here to figure out who is the victim, who is the culprit of hitting that. That's your work, you have to do it. But he said in a genuine, polite manner. Okay. And the policeman's mind refused to accept Soapy even as a clue. That means he is not ready to accept that he is the only culprit. Understood? The cop is not ready to accept that. Men who smash windows do not remain to parley with the law's minions. And what he is indirectly saying that I am the culprit. Okay, please catch me. But here the policeman is telling, yes, very simple indeed, because one who commits mistakes or any kind of crime will not stand in the crime area again. He will definitely try to run in order to save him. But how can you do that? This is impossible. Understood? So they take to their heels. The policeman saw a man halfway down the block running to catch a car. And all of a sudden, what happens? The policeman sees a man is running. Understood? He is running behind to catch a car. He saw somebody is running behind a car. And that means he thought that is the man. And now he goes. That means again Soapy is saved from getting caught. Okay. With drawn cup, he joined his pursuit. Soapy, with disgust in his heart, loafed along, twice unsuccessful. Second time, his success fails. He is now again failing to get to this Blackwell's Island. Okay. Now what happens the next? On the opposite side of the street was a restaurant to no great pretensions. He gathered to large appetites and modest purses. Its crockery and atmosphere were thick. Its soup and napery thin. Into this place, Soapy took his cusive shoes and tell-tall trousers without challenge. Now he thought, here again one restaurant has come, I will definitely enter this. It has a very expensive food, I have heard. So let us enter. Understood? Now he is very much careful looking at his trousers. Now his trousers, he has a little bit of made it well. Okay, now he is about to enter without challenge, showing his best appearance. Okay. Now at a table he sat and consumed flapjacks, donuts and pie. He eats everything. Fortunately, he gets to sit at the table, and then to the waiter he betrayed the fact that the minutest coin and himself were strangers. Okay, and then when the this comes, no, waiter comes, understood, he's trying his best to show the money. What money? He's asking like that. Okay, now get busy and call a cop, said Soapy, and don't keep a gentleman waiting. Okay, fine, he's saying. You please call a police. I've already done a crime of eating and not giving you money, right? So now call a police. Understood? Now don't keep a gentleman waiting. So that means you can see the curiosity of going to jail. Understood? He himself is saying, you please call the police and put me behind bars. I'm ready. No cop for you, said the waiter. Neatly upon his left ear on the callous pavement, two waiters pitched Soapy. He arose joint by joint and beat the dust from his clothes. Arrest seemed but a rosy dream. The island seemed very far away. A policeman who stood before a drugstore 2 doors away laughed and walked down the street. Now what happened? There is no cop that is coming, said the waiter. Neatly upon his left ear on the callous pavement, two waiters pitched Soapy. Understood? Now instead of taking him to the prison, what happened? Two waiters just hold him and is taking out. He arose joint by joint and beat the dust from his clothes. Just small work is being given to Soapy. Understood? Now again the arrest failed. Understood? Now instead of catching him, what happened? The owner of the restaurant is holding the waiter who had given him money. That means the waiter had to pay the amount that was eaten by Soapy. Understood? And now Soapy is rewarded with such a delicious food, and now he is telling you can just move. Such a nice fortune he has, right? So what happens in the next? Okay, we will be continuing in the next class. Till then, please you all can continue, and if you have a doubt, we can just clarify in our next video too. Okay, thank you children.